Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of What's the Furthest Place from Here? Issue number 2, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. In this second issue of Lord of the Flies meets Post Apocalyptic times, Alabama and gang, they go on the hunt for Sid, and they go to this bank where they believe Sid will be, this bank with the pig gang where they fought issue number 1. Proof is like, I don't believe Sid's in there. Alabama, the black girl, is like, you just got outvoted, and yes, she is in there. We going in. So they kick the door down, and to their surprise, there's nobody home, and they're like, okay, I don't know if they're ready for us or this is some bull jive. The crew points to Mallory like, hey girl, maybe your observational skills were not on point this time. And surprisingly, this pig mask comes up, surprises Mallory like, hello? Hell no! Whacks the pig upside the head. And these kids dialogue, they talk like teenagers would talk. So it turns out this redhead, her name is Meryl. So they ask Meryl, where'd your gang go? I don't know, they just go without telling me. Well, this baseball bat will help you remember, says Mallory. Alabama's like, no, don't. Where's Sid? Meryl does not know where Sid is or who Sid is. So meanwhile, Oberon calls out to the crew like, yo, I think I found something. So just for safe measure, Lafayette drags Meryl along with them. Well, what's this? It's a door. Well, you said you found something. Yeah, I did, but I can't open it. Then why'd you tell us you found something? That's what Alabama says, all angry about it. So they ask Meryl to unlock it. And Meryl's like, nope, it's locked. Can't help you there. Lafayette does a gangster move. And she's like, okay, hold up. Meryl's like, wait a minute. The key is over there. They get the key until they're surprised. It's full of junk, but in this post-apocalyptic world, gold, art, cash, it means nothing without adults to them. So they get mad at Meryl and they just get ready to leave. You know what? Sid could be anywhere in the wastelands. We just have to wander around. And it's good world building and personal story with this gang on the hunt for Sid to try to get back a crew member of theirs. Meryl wants to go with them and they're like, no, you stay here. This is your family. No, I don't want to stay here. I want to go with you guys. You guys are cool. I guess it's like a reluctant tag along. So when Alabama and the crew leave, the boys in blue, that's what they really are. We're like, yo, where are you going? And Alabama tells them, look, we don't want no trouble. We're just going to go home. Well, you guys are pretty far from your neighborhood. The rules are you were harboring an adult last night. That's what would the strangers say about that? And the strangers, we don't know the mystery behind them. They're those two tall figure, faceless beings that we don't know, but it seems like they have some kind of control or dictation here in this post-apocalyptic world of world building. Homeboy, the boy in blue, says something about Sid, and we might know where Sid is. It just hits a trigger point to Alabama. Take off the bus, riot ensues, they tip over the bus, and I guess they just go home after that. So Proofrock gets tired of running and running. They did some major damage with the boys in blue, and he's like, man, slow down, I'm tired. Well, we gotta get home, you know? Well, what you did right there was stupid, attacking the boys in blue, and Alabama was like, I don't care. I did what I had to do. Obviously, Proofrock is injured, he's bleeding, but when they get home, to their surprise, their warehouse where they're shacked up in the music store is lit up on fire. So we don't know who did it and they don't know who did it. That's the mystery right there. So once they get the fire put out, the undercarriage is banged on. They need to open the door and it's their other crew members to save. They let them out, they save them, it's all good. Who did this? Who did the business? Was this the boys in blue? Did you guys see anything? That's what Alabama asked one of the crew. They're like, we don't know who did this. We just know we're alive and we don't know who did this. So upon investigating, Proofrock tells Alabama it's gonna get dark here soon and we need to get shelter. What's the plan? Well, Meryl, who tags along with him, is showing to be proving useful now. I know a place and it's strangers approved, meaning those two tall figurines that we have no idea about. So I guess the strangers dictate where these kids go. I don't know, but I love how it keeps you in mystery, but only gives you little nuggets of information to put it together. I love the dialogue and showing how far and distant through different sceneries they're going to. And in this section right here, we see Proofrock is having a dream about Sid, and Sid tells Proofrock, you can't follow me. All the things we have will be burned to the ground. Then everything we lose will once be more found. I don't know what kind of foreshadowing that is, but when Proofrock wakes up from that dream, he rubs his eyes, he screams, he's like, okay, it was just a bad dream, but guess what? The real life nightmare kicks in because we don't know who these yellow-eyed kids are, but they do not look like somebody you want to have Capri Suns and string cheese with. They just look vicious, eerie, and even Proofrock is like, all right, everyone get up, now! As they get up, you know, they take their weapons. They're like, what the hell? They got my bat. Mallory's pissed. Those were our stuff. They took our bags. Let's go kick their butts. And Alabama was like, everyone stop. Back away slowly. What for? Mallory says. They let us live, but they took our stuff. But they let us live, said Alabama. We're in their spot. So where do we go to get all this stuff back? So Meryl tells him we're going to the market. You've been taking us to the market? The market is a myth. So we're going to the city. It doesn't even exist. Oh, Meryl's like, oh no, it's real and I know where it is. So as they continue their journey, and at first it seems like it's the Boston market. I love that callback there. They get pissed at Meryl like, you don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm talking about, says Meryl. They took us here all the time. I just know it's here. So when they push Meryl like back off and Meryl goes into these bushes, they see that the market is for real as they go through the opening. And as they go in, the door opens and they're greeted by this brother named David. Asked him what you guys need today. Grab what you need. And then when he asked him, okay, now that you've taken what you wanted, you got to pay. Pay? What do you mean pay? Well, we accept traded gems, goods, growing up teeth. You got to give up something or we'll take the boy. Meaning Merle. At first, Alabama was like, oh no, don't touch him. And she pulls out her bat like, you ain't getting nothing. And I'm assuming she got the bat from the market because obviously their weapons were stolen from before. David tells her, look, your family gravely injured another family a night ago, which were the boys in blue. And they are my biggest customers. So if you're going to rob me, it ain't wise. These mystical shadow kids, oh man, this is eerie too. They emerge are like, hey, if you guys want to throw down, we'll throw down. And Alabama was like, look, we don't have to resort to violence. We're hungry, we have no home, we just need food. Well, good thing you came to the market where deals happen every day. And then they go, that's today, that's today, that's today. It's just an eerie chant. So Alabama walks out. She makes a wise decision like, hey, we got supplies, but we lost our weapons, but we got food. So the group is just telling them like, what the heck are you doing? Look, Alabama's like, we haven't slept, we haven't eaten, we lost everything, but we have some food, we can regroup. Now we need to find shelter and figure out where to go. So another story member comes on and says, hey, bye, thanks for coming in. But you guys got to go because the boys in blue, they come here every day. They see you here. It makes bad news for us. So if you need a place to go that's stranger approved, they give Alabama a ticket to go or some kind of picture to go. And it's called Grandma's house. We don't know what the mystery is with Grandma's house, but the end, it shows mystery. They have somewhere to go. It pushes the story forward. And in my opinion, the second issue of this comic series is an improvement from its debut. I was more interested in this than I was in the first issue. And usually it's the other way around, but like I said, it drops you off with little nuggets of mystery and little nuggets of just world building where you're putting the pieces together, but you still want more. So we get to explore more of this adultless world and some appealing characters like Meryl and the workers at the market, which that was interesting how the markets ran, but we don't know who these shadowy figures are, and it keeps the mystery there. So there's so much to appreciate about the characters and the emotions on this book that I think you'll have a hell of a read. And link in description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. With that being said, what's the furthest place from here? Issue number 2. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.